Your life belonging to you is one of the simplest truths, and yet it's one of the hardest to fully embrace. From the moment we are born, we are surrounded by expectations. What we should do, how we should live, who we should be. Society, family, culture, they all place invisible guidelines around our existence, often making us forget that at the core of it all, this is our life to live. Since the very beginning of our life, we are always taught to listen to authority, listen to our parents, listen to our teachers, follow the rules, and worst of all, seek validation. And the worst part is that it doesn't disappear with adulthood. As adults, we still are taught to seek validation, listen to authority. Many people go through their entire lives trying to meet someone else's expectations that aren't their own, mistaking external validation for purpose in your life, in their life. As a person, you don't want to be an outcast, so you always have this fear of judgment, fear of being misunderstood, fear of being considered weird. But maintaining relationships where you can't really be yourself are draining, and it's suppressing your real self, suppressing your real being, all of that just to avoid being judged, which doesn't make sense. I think we all have to remember that our lives don't really have a right path. There's no such thing, it's just an illusion. The illusion of going to school, having a career, then marriage, and having a house, having kids and retirement. It's a path created from illusion. No one says that you have to follow it exactly, because why would you? Well, the reason why would you is because otherwise you are seen as falling behind in life. But in reality, life has no single correct path. So how can you really fall behind when it doesn't? All of this is just an illusion. Every person moves at their own pace. For some reason, we pressure ourselves to keep up with an invisible timeline, a timeline that doesn't really exist. Comparison is the thief of joy, but also comparison is way easier than self-discovery, which is a huge problem because a lot of people will rather compare themselves to others and see what they should have, assume what they should have based on those comparisons, instead of trying to discover what they truly care about, what path would be good for them, what makes them comfortable, uncomfortable. Many people avoid finding that and rather stick to the illusionary path of what's considered safe or right. When we give up and decide to live like that, we basically lose ourselves because we are living for others, neglecting who we truly are. And you will feel empty, probably, despite doing everything right. Maybe you will have the best career, best house, but what does that really give you if that's not really you? You will feel burnt out, trying to achieve unrealistic standards just to be drained mentally and emotionally, feeling unfulfilled despite going through the seemingly right path. If you're gonna follow that invisible timeline and stick to it like a schedule, then you're gonna miss your own true timeline, where you would have the possibility to grow at your own pace. You will have the possibility to discover yourself, focus on things that really matter to you. But instead you might rush milestones that don't really align with your needs. Therefore, you should try to remember to define your own success, because success is not a universal checklist. It's a very personal thing. And if you don't find fulfillment in careers or having a lot of money, then it's okay, because you can still be successful, because maybe for you success is something different. Maybe for you it's traveling around the world or having a great relationship with someone. You cannot chase someone else's version of success. You have to create your own. You don't have to follow what your family expects or what society expects from you or what your culture expects from you. You can live however the hell you want. You can dedicate yourself to something that others might find meaningless. But who cares? If it's meaningful to you, then go for it. Your life is yours to live. It's not someone else's. Forget about the idea of the rat race. Move at your own pace instead. Embrace your own journey. And then you will never feel like you are falling behind, because you will be focusing on what actually fulfills you. So you will never even try to compare yourself to others. Falling behind in life will not exist for you. It won't. It will stop existing for you because you will also stop seeking validation. When you are actually fulfilled and you know you are doing the right thing for yourself, then you will not need any validation. You will truly just not care about it. It will not have any meaning whatsoever. You will be happy with yourself because you are living your own life at your own pace, doing things that truly matter to you. When you truly realize that your life is yours alone, then you will gain the power to shape it into something that actually feels worth living. We only get one life, so why not focus on our own expectations rather than someone else's?